you would be presenting a final project. The final project is group work, but it's also an individual assignment all together at once. So the first step that you would be doing is to agree on a specific company that you want to choose as a group. The company has to be able to expand and innovate. So you can see the company has potentially innovative products or services that they can expand. But it has to be a large company, a rather large company, because we want everyone, we want all the readers of that report to understand and to be familiar with that company. Now, this is the structure of the final project report. You can see here there are 10 sections. You can make it into 10 subtitles then. Okay, for instance, if one of you chose, let's say, Astra Motors, okay, so the whole report would be about Astra. But each student would have different parts of the assignments handed out to them. Okay, so here you can see these are the topics. This is where you can find the resource for the topic. And here you are required at the beginning of the section to write down the student ID and name of the member or the members that is or are responsible for that particular section. Okay, so here, for instance, there would be an introduction, and also you would be giving general information about the company. And the second one would be to explain about the current and new strategies for innovation in the company. So you have to first explain the current condition of innovation in that company. Is the company innovative or not? Is the company more dynamic, or is it more static? And how do they instill, how do they encourage innovation in that company? Please explain that part. And then for the new strategy, please explain what are your plans to increase the innovative power, the innovative ability of that company. And you could refer to the book, the textbook made by Trutt in chapter 4. And then the next one, you would be explaining about what new products you would be coming up. But of course, benchmarking or comparing it with the current product that's available. And also for the current and new service innovations, you would be explaining the current and the new service that you are proposing. And the fifth one, this is about operations and process innovations. The operations and processes that are needed to produce, to make the product or the service available. Of course, after you have a new product, a service, and the processes are new, then you would be thinking about the business model that your company would be using to sell those products. And of course, you need a brand strategy. Explain that also and compare it with the current one, the current product and brand strategy. And also, what are the new organizational resources and infrastructure that you are planning to get, and compare it with the current one. After that, at the end, this would be the schedule of activities. What are the steps that you need to do in order to do all this? What is the timeline? How long do you think the changes would need? And what are the activities that you think would be needed for the implementation of those strategies? And in the end, you would be concluding what you have been discussing in this report and then giving recommendations. So note that here in the first one, in the first section, all members should be included. So all members should come together and discuss what they think about the company. First, of course, choose the company. And then why do you choose the company? You have to agree there. And then you have, of course, to split the job because each person will be handling 1 or 2 chapters. And then try to make a convergent, an integrated strategy. And after that, you can see here that the innovation schedule of activities and the conclusions and recommendations, this is also done together because it should be also synchronized and integrated with each other. So you do not just report one part and not report the other, okay, because this is group work, but also individual work. I want to see how the group works together, get the same ideas, get the same objectives, but I want to see the result of the individual work as well. And this would be on par, having the same score as an exam. So this is a very integral and important part of the course. And I hope that you could really work on it with much passion, because this would, let's say, account to 1/3 of the scores that you would get from all the exams, because this has the same level of score as the first and the second exam as well.